Hi all, Sandy here. Welcome to another makeover video. Today we're going to work on a piece that I have a love-hate relationship with. This kind of leather is stunning to see, but very prone to color transfer, stains and whatnot. And that of course is Louis Vuitton Vernis leather. Now I found this pouch for such an amazing deal, so I thought I just have to get it and try something out. I had some Vernis pieces in the past and I also did some makeovers. This is before I started doing YouTube videos, and sometimes it works out very well and sometimes it doesn't. So it is yeah, still not straightforward, even though if you know I used dye before. But today I'm going to try something else and I wanted to show you how I am going to do it. So it will be my first time as well, but I will surely give you an update in a few months and show you how it is holding up. As you can tell, this pouch is overall in very good condition. I am planning to use it for my car key. Right now I have this epi pouch that I use, which I dyed black, the exterior only. And I have this for 4 or 5 years now. It's been holding up pretty well. But the only thing is I cannot store my key inside because it's just too small. You can see that the black dye did fade a little bit, so I will redo that as well. Make sure to look out for that video to see how I do it. Subscribe to the channel, of course, and at the same time give this video a like. Thank you so much. So this Vernis key pouch is slightly larger. It should easily fit the key. I think overall it's actually still in very good condition. It doesn't even have that much stains. It's just more so the discoloration, which happens actually almost all the time with this Vernis leather, the lighter colors. I've seen this so often. Vernis leather is so beautiful, but you really need to baby it, like take care of it, store it away properly, everything, you know. Anyway, I usually in the past used this, sorry for this gunky looking bottle, but I just wanted to show you that before I always used this black dye, but now I'm going to use paint. Yes, I always thought it wasn't possible, but I've been watching some YouTube videos where people were doing some Vernis pieces and also like a lot of shoe makeovers, and they all use this Angelus paint. So I wanted to try it out for myself as well. Here I'm just checking out what color I want to go for. This mauve color is so stunning. I love it so much. A nice pop of color, but still kind of neutral. This raspberry is also very nice, kind of in between pink and red. I really like both colors, but I thought since it's my first time, let's go for a color that is like closer to the original color of this pouch. And I think the original color of this pouch is June. I think this taupe color is quite similar. It is a little bit darker, but I didn't want to start mixing colors and whatnot. I just wanted to be easy since the first time. So this is what I am going for. First up is that I'm going to try to clean up the zipper, the fabric around the zipper a little bit because it's been darkened over time. I'm just going to use a Vanish spray. And I'm going to use an old toothbrush, well, a toothbrush that I use for my to clean my handbags. That's why it's looking a little bit gunky already. It's just for the handbags. I've never used it myself. Well, to clean this up, to work it in, I think this Vanish spray works quite well. And I always use water-based baby wipes, of course. Then I'm using a this Dubro degreaser, which I also use. You've seen it before. I use it all the time, and I thought, let me just use it for this material for once. Let's see how it goes. I never used it on this material before, but another thing is I didn't have any acetone at home, so because I used acetone before for my bag projects, but I really dislike the scent. Like I just don't like acetone, so I use alcohol, rubbing alcohol. But I thought, let me just give it an extra scrub beforehand with the degreaser. So here I'm just going to work in the rubbing alcohol. So it's up to you if you want to use acetone or rubbing alcohol. I think in the end they still do the same thing, but I just can't stand the smell of acetone. And I thought, let me give it an extra scrub just to roughen up the surface a little bit. Just so, because I'm not going to use a dye, I'm going to use a paint. And a paint basically is not being absorbed by the material. So we want to kind of create an uneven surface in a way, right? So the paint can actually really hold on to the leather. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So now the material was feeling sticky, and that is what we want. We want that it feels a little bit tacky, a little bit sticky. It's still very shiny, but I feel like we prepared it well. Now I'm going to dilute this paint because my theory is I want to do extremely thin layers, and I think that the thinner the product is, the better, because when I was watching the airbrush videos, most of them also diluted. So I thought, well, the thinner the better. So as you can tell, it's a bit runny. So in the end, I've done like around, I would say three layers of paint, and I let it dry in between layers. Well, they recommend it to dry like 15-30 minutes in between layers, and that's what I did. The first layer looks kind of streaky, but in the end it will all work out. Like this layer was actually a little bit too thick, so make sure you just spread it out evenly and very, very thin. In the future, I really want to use an airbrush. I just wanted to try it out like this first and see how it goes. I can already tell you it went well, but I think the results will even be better with an airbrush. So I would look into that as well. So this is after 3 layers. Here you can just correct the spots that are not completely covered yet. And the most important step is to seal it, in my opinion. I know some people don't really like to seal it, but it all depends, I guess. You have this leather sheen and this resolene, and the resolene is more like another acrylic layer, and that is what I'm going for because I just don't want the paint to peel off. I'm using this sponge, but I prefer to use like a makeup sponge because then you won't see any streaks, if that's the right word. I just like to put it on the pouch just like this. Let it dry like this and then buff it once it's dry. And this is the end result. So I went for a bit more of a matte look, not super shiny, but you can achieve that if you want by using another layer of that Resolene to give it a glossy look. But this is the end result. I am very happy with the way it looks. Yes, of course, it has some small imperfections here and there, but as I said, I think when using an airbrush, the results will even be better. Anyway, I will let you know how it holds up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Until next time.